You're there with her. Everything starts out fine. The excitement builds, the erection happens, but halfway through it simply disappears, as if someone flipped a switch inside your body, and you're left there, frustrated, confused, trying to understand what just happened. It's not a lack of desire. It's not a lack of attraction. It's something that slips completely out of your control. If you've already lived through this, I need you to know something. You are not alone. And more importantly, this has an explanation. It has a cause, and it has a solution. This kind of failure doesn't happen only in bed. It leaks into every corner of your life. You start avoiding moments of intimacy. You make excuses. You pretend you're tired. And on the inside, your self-esteem collapses. You look in the mirror and start doubting yourself as a man. And the worst part, you can't talk about it, because it feels like no one would understand. So you carry it alone, in silence. Have you noticed how this even changes your mood throughout the day? Now answer me one thing. Have you ever stopped to think about why this happens right in the middle? Why the erection starts firm, and then, without warning, it just goes away? Does it make sense to you that the problem might not be in your mind, but in your body? As a doctor, I see this every single day in my office. Men in their 35s, 40s, 50s, healthy men who work, who have active lives, come to me with this exact complaint. And they all say the same thing. Doctor, it starts fine, but it doesn't hold. And you know what I tell them? That this is not weakness, it's not psychological, and it is definitely not a lack of masculinity. It's a clear sign that something is happening in their body's vascular system. And when we understand what's really going on, everything becomes clearer and much more treatable. So you can understand what's happening, I'm going to use an image that will make this crystal clear. Imagine that your erection system works like a water tank on top of a building. When everything is working properly, the water, which in this case is blood, fills the tank quickly, and most importantly, it stays there, because the gates at the base of the tank are closed, firm, holding all the pressure inside. But now imagine those gates have started to rust. They become weak. They lose their ability to seal completely. What happens then? The water still fills the tank at first. You feel the erection begin, firm and present. But as time passes, the water starts leaking through the damaged gates. And it doesn't matter how much more water comes in, because it escapes at the same speed. The pressure drops and the tank empties. That is exactly what's happening in your body. An erection depends on two things. Blood needs to enter the corpora cavernosa of the penis, and that part is still working. But the blood also needs to stay there. And for that, you have small venous valves inside the veins that close to prevent the blood from flowing back. They retain pressure. They sustain rigidity. But those valves depend on something essential to work properly: vascular elasticity. They need to be healthy, flexible, and responsive. And do you know what makes them lose that function? A lack of nitric oxide, a lack of specific nutrients that keep the walls of the blood vessels strong. Over time, because of poor diet, stress, and a sedentary lifestyle, those valves begin to rust. They no longer close completely. The blood goes in, but it leaks out. The erection begins, but it doesn't last. That's why you feel that frustration. Everything seems to be working at the start, but halfway through, it's as if someone opened a drain at the bottom of the water tank. Before we continue, let me make you an invitation. If this content is making sense to you and helping you understand your body better, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. Here I talk about men's health in a serious, safe, and evidence-based way. No taboos, no fluff. Click the subscribe button. I'll keep helping you with content like this. Now, maybe you're thinking, but doctor, I've already tried pharmacy medication, those blue pills, and they work. And I tell you, yes, they work. But how do they work? These medications force the arteries to dilate. It's like turning on a high-pressure pump to forcefully fill the water tank, and for a few hours, it holds. because the pressure is so high that even the rusted gates can retain the flow for a while. But what happens next? The effect wears off, the pump shuts down, and you're back to the same place. Because the gates are still damaged, the valves are still weak, the system is still unhealthy. These medications are palliative. They mask the symptom, but they don't treat the cause. They don't restore arterial elasticity. They don't strengthen the venous valves. They don't regenerate vascular tissue. And that's why you become dependent. You need to take it again and again. Without rebuilding the physical foundation of the vascular system, any improvement will be temporary. The frustration will return as soon as the medication wears off. Now let me make you think. What if your body isn't asking for medication, but for reconstruction? What if, instead of forcing the system to work for a few hours, you could restore its natural function? Bring back arterial elasticity, strengthen the valves, regenerate the tissue, and make the body function on its own again, without needing external chemical stimulation. This is not only possible, this is the smartest path. There is a nutritional protocol that gives the body exactly the nutrients it needs to rebuild vascular health. We're not talking about giving circulation a little push. We're talking about regenerating the system from the inside out. This protocol works on 3 fronts. First, it increases the body's natural production of nitric oxide, and nitric oxide is the key molecule that relaxes arterial walls and allows blood to flow more easily. Second, it strengthens the walls of the blood vessels, restoring elasticity. It's as if you were de-rusting those gates of the water tank. They start closing properly again, holding the blood inside. Third, it improves endothelial health, which is the inner lining of your arteries. When this lining is healthy, everything flows better: circulation, oxygenation, erectile response. This supplement is not a medication. It's a concentrated functional food. Natural active compounds that enter the bloodstream and go straight to where the body needs them. No side effects, no chemical dependency. Now, I need to tell you something serious. Vascular health doesn't stand still. It doesn't wait. Either it's improving or it's getting worse. And if you don't act now to rebuild this flow, the problem can become irreversible. I've treated patients who waited years to seek help. And when they finally did, the damage was already so advanced that recovery became much harder. So let me ask you, do you want to wait until there's no turning back? Or do you want to start rebuilding now? When you start following this protocol, the changes don't happen only in your erection. You'll notice that your erection becomes firm again, and it stays firm. You no longer need to constantly monitor yourself, afraid of failing. But there's more. You'll feel more energy. Because better circulation delivers more oxygen and nutrients to your cells, you wake up feeling more energized. Confidence comes back, and it's not fake confidence based on a pill. It's real confidence, the kind that comes from feeling your body respond. Your mood improves because you're no longer carrying that weight, that constant frustration, and the improvement is progressive. In the first weeks, you already notice a difference, but it's over time that the body truly rebuilds itself. If you want to learn more about this protocol, I'll direct you to the official website. But before that, I need to explain something important. A lot of people ask me, "Doctor, how long do I need to take it?" And my answer is always the same, from 3 to 5 months. Not because I want to sell more, but because that's the time the body needs. Arterial tissue takes about 120 days to fully regenerate. Endothelial cells need renewal cycles, so if someone promises results in 15 days, be suspicious. Because vascular health is not rebuilt in 2 weeks. That's why the clinically recommended protocol is 3 to 5 months, because it's the only one that guarantees long-lasting results. The link to the official website is here in the video description. I know many men feel hesitant to purchase this kind of supplement because of embarrassment or fear that someone might see it. And I completely understand that. So let me reassure you, the delivery is fully discreet. No product identification. No supplement name. No embarrassing information at all. It's a neutral, safe and professional package. No one will know what you bought. Look, I know this isn't an easy subject to talk about. I know you've been carrying this for a long time. But here's the truth. Taking care of this is not vanity. It's self-care. It's you deciding that you deserve to live fully, that you deserve to feel pleasure without fear, that you deserve a healthy, confident, anxiety-free, intimate life. Your body is capable of regenerating itself. It just needs the right tools. So take a deep breath, make the decision, and start today the reconstruction that will change your life. I believe in you.